Hi. Before I forget, I want to actually video diary several dreams. I think it's three of them. So a month ago, I had a dream. Well, that's too bad, Gumbutt. It's my dream. A month ago, I had a dream about a giant turtle, and it was like a carnivorous turtle, and it was really interesting because I was standing by a pool, and it just looked just very colorful. And this turtle, it's like as big as I don't know, like several school buses put together, probably like four of them. This is huge. It jumped out of the water and it started attacking people, and it almost bit me in half. And so I'm running from the turtle, and I learned to run away from it. But it was like Gamera, some radioactive turtle, and it killed everybody like in the entire city. And I learned to evade the turtle. Um, when you have dreams, sometimes if you don't express them and you're a creative person, they keep on coming back, like almost to haunt you. And so had a dream the other day about these other reptiles that were eating people. I don't know why I'm dreaming about reptiles eating people so much, but I was. And they were in cold weather, and they were hunting people, and there were all different types of them, but they had like a hive mind, and humanity was going extinct because of these reptiles that were just eating people. And they were bioengineered in a way that they were hard to like kill. They would regenerate, so if you shot them, their flesh would grow back once they ate something. And so like these monstrous reptiles that were like dinosaurs. And it turns out that they actually were dinosaurs, but they had been bioengineered because of war. And so part of the bioengineering gave them regenerative abilities, and part of the bioengineering gave them like super intelligence. And so these super intelligent engineered dinosaur weapons of war actually made a deal with the Russians. I don't know why they made a deal with the Russian, but they could speak Russian, and they were gonna let the Russians live as long as they could eat everybody else. And they were eating everybody else. It's a crazy weird dream, but I think it's kind of related to my turtle dream. I mean, maybe there's a story there I need to write. So the other dream, the final one that I wanted to talk about, was my sister. It was in like an alternate reality, like a fictional place. She had only one son. She has two, and her one son was Michael Myers, and he was a little kid. And I noticed something was off with him, but I loved him, and I was like, I gotta try to take care of you, even though you're a weirdo. And he started killing people. And my response to it was not even to get bat an eye. I wasn't even guilty at all about him killing people. I was actually covering up the murders for my little baby Michael Myers. And I remember he killed like a guidance counselor at school, and they came to go babysit him or watch him. I don't know what happened to my sister. I guess I ended up being like the ward of this little serial killer kid. And I was just covering up his murders like Dexter's dad. I remember coming inside and there was blood in the body, and I was like, Michael, why did you do this again? I mean, I told you that you can't kill people that you know. It's too easy to trace back to you. And I remember taking him and going to the body, and he had like no expression on his face. He would just like look at you, but with these blank stares. But I knew what he meant. And we had like this vibe, and I had like no fear that he was going to kill me. And so here I am, like going and covering up this little kid's murders. And I remember we got into a car, we disposed of the body. I think we threw it in a lake. I think tied it with rocks and with a tarp, with little kid Michael Myers. And I remember I took away his butcher's knife because, like, as punishment, like I didn't let him have the steak knife that he was murdering people with. And he gave me a look like he promised not to do it again. It was just a look because he wasn't saying anything and his expression didn't change. And then I gave him a big hug, and I was like, it's going to be okay. And he hugged me back, almost like he wanted to stab me, but he didn't have the knife, so he couldn't. And then I started thinking in the dream, like, is this even real? Or am I like a crazy schizophrenic killer? And is little kid Michael Myers just like some sort of like stuffed animal that like an excuse that I have to be able to kill? It's a weird dream. And The thing about it was is that it seemed so real in Dreamland. It was just so insanely, disturbingly vivid. And I spent a day or two, maybe even like 3 days, like just thinking, like, why was it that I had no problem with this kid brutally murdering people in his Michael Myers mask? Like, why was that okay? Why was it a problem that the school counselor was killed? And I just didn't want him to get caught. It was an interesting dream. So those are my dreams.